Welcome to the third, and so far last, episode in the Atlas Mercury series. In the previous episodes, I did a general review of the lenses and talked about using them on a sideways camera to deliver a square aspect ratio and pretty uncommon visuals. Today, we'll compare the lenses' performance on Super 35 versus full frame. Notice what gets cropped, what similar compositions look like, and how that affects your final result and choice of film/sensor size to use these lenses on. The best way we came up with to do this, instead of simply recording charts and whatnot in both formats, was to film a scene in both modes, trying to achieve similar framings and analyze the results. This means the camera is not in the same place for each version, but the intention of each shot is the same. Let's start with full frame.
2 Charlie, take 2. Mark. Okay, Mark.
The past holds the key to the future. Hello?
It's me, Lily, from the future.
Come on, who is this?
I'm serious. I'm you, from the future.
Great, you're calling from the future. Do I finally get that flying car I've always wanted?
No, sorry. But has the fish talked to you yet?
What? Talk? No, it hasn't. Why do you ask?
Oh, thank goodness. There's still time. You can still fix things.
What things? What are you talking about? Hello?
Unlike the scene we did for the first Mercury review, which we featured 2 characters, here we had only one, which made things easier for center-oriented compositions.
So what we're doing is we're focusing a little bit shorter than our actual distance. Our camera's about 12.5 feet away, but we're focused to about 10. And that way we're just catching them at the edge of the depth of field to get a little bit more separation in the background on a wide shot.
The blurriness around the corners contributes to the fantasy vibe of the scene.
So we're scooting back because we don't have mints to our fish talent.
Now, let's look at the Super 35 version.
The past holds the key to the future. Hello?
It's me, Lily, from the future.
Come on, who is this?
I'm serious. I'm you, from the future.
Great, you're calling from the future. Do I finally get the flying car I've always wanted?
No, sorry. But has the fish talked to you yet?
What? Talk? No, it hasn't. Why do you ask?
Oh, thank goodness. There's still time. You can still fix things.
What things? What are you talking about? Hello?
For the sake of standards, when talking about Super 35, We're using a 1.5 times crop into the S1H sensor, giving us a 24 by 18 millimeters imaging area. One thing that's pretty clear is that the image is much cleaner in Super 35. Pay close attention to the top and bottom edges as well as the corners in these matching frames. We were able to do stronger close-ups as well, but almost struggle with wider framing in tight environments. The outside compositions were a breeze since we had a ton of room, but coming into my living room made us feel cramped on the wide end.
On this lens, since the depth of field is a lot shallower, we need the focus to be a lot more accurate, whereas on the wide lens, we were able to use the rule of thirds to place that sharpness kind of at the edge of what was acceptably sharp. But now we have to be a bit more precise.
Dallis, who was working with me on these comparisons and the little scene in the first review, has voiced that it feels like the lenses were designed for Super 35, but they happen to cover full frame. In that extra coverage, we see a lot more of distortion, blurriness, and other traits, meaning you can effectively get two very distinct looks out of the same lens. It's no longer simply the idea that we can have two different focal length equivalences by cropping in, but intensely affect the amount of character that gets pushed through to the final image. What are your thoughts about the difference in results when using the two sensor sizes? Do you have a preferred version for this scene? I'd love to hear you in the comments below. Thank you so much for hanging out, and stay tuned for more Anamorphic on a budget. Tito Ferradans, out.